Today I fucked up by buying my dad an ancestry DNA test. My dad grew up with his family slamming him for not being his father's biological son. The rumor was that grandma had an affair with a man named Tillery when she got pregnant with my father. My grandparents always denied it, but the rumors have always hung around my dad. Grandpa was a Native American man, grandma was white, and dad was their only biological child. His siblings were adopted. My dad was blonde as a kid but got darker as he's aged, and he looks like grandpa. So because we all believed 100% that he was biologically grandpa's son, we decided to finally set his fears aside and prove it with a DNA kit for his 61st birthday. The kit came back today after nervously waiting several weeks, and there's a lot of matched relatives, with the name Tillery. No Native American DNA results at all, no one with his father's family's name. He's crushed and I feel awful. This has to be the worst thing I've ever done to my dad. TLDR, I bought my dad a DNA kit to prove he wasn't the result of an affair, and instead proved he was. Update, we talked about the whole thing, and he's okay with the results. He was disappointed and needed to come to grips with it. He appreciates his dad even more now, and thinks he must have known all along. He is glad to have the information for health reasons, and to be able to look into some history in a way he couldn't before. Tell him that he might not have been his biological son, but at least he had a dad who cared about him and loved him. Rest doesn't matter, and that he grew up to become a great man and father. Edit, thanks for the gold and wholesome awards, guys. This so sad that I can't even come up with a snarky reply. Just be there for your dad and let him know it doesn't matter where he came from and it only matters what he's created and accomplished in life. Edit, thank you anonymous Reddit person for the wholesome award. My first ever. I pointed out that his father is the person that raised him, and grandpa was proud of him. He seems a bit better now. He had so much of his identity riding on his race/culture that he's having a hard time accepting it. I've told this story a few times on Reddit, but it fits here. I was adopted and took a DNA test to find my biological family. I was successful and both my bio father and mother were still alive, both have since passed, so I was able to meet them. I have 6 siblings on my mother's side and 6 on my father's side. On both sides some of the siblings took DNA tests to make sure they matched with me in case I was some kook just trying to scam them. On my father's side my brother, Rick, and I matched. But my brother, Steve, did not match with me. Turns out we do not, in fact, share a father. So in essence at the age of 61 my not brother found out his mom had had an affair and that the guy he grew up with was not his dad. Steve still does not speak to me. Not your fault, dude. I'm sure Steve will come around eventually. This happened to me. My aunt had asked me for 6 years to do ancestry. Kept putting it off because there was a rumor that my dad was not my dad. I finally did it this year and the rumors were true. I didn't match with my aunt or any of her kids. Both my mom and the guy I thought was my dad are dead, so I will probably never know who my father is. Wow. That is heavy. It really sucks that you can't go and ask your mom. But now that you're in the database, maybe somebody you are related to will end up in there and you will be able to find him. If that's what you want. Remember, the guy who parented you, not the person who was biologically responsible for your existence, is your dad. I feel for you. Those tests can bring a lot of pain. My dad found out that his dad wasn't his dad and his stepfather was actually his dad. Turns out his stepdad got his mom pregnant when she was 17 and he was almost 40, then dipped for 10 years. My dad was in his 60s when he found out. Don't talk about it. Today I fucked up fapping. Throw away because I no longer have a Reddit account. Masturbated in the shower this morning. Vigorous stroking triggered an asthma attack. Asthma attack prompted me to exit the shower. Exiting the shower ended with me slipping and falling on my face. Called my roommate for help. Roommate found me naked on the floor, struggling to breathe. Cue roommate retrieving my inhaler. Inhaler failed to do the job after multiple attempts. Condition worsened. Ambulance was called. Roommate awkwardly helped me into my clothes. Paramedics showed up and put me on a nebulizer. Nebulizer helped me breathe, but little did I know the worst was yet to come. Paramedics said I had a fever and transported me to hospital. Hospital flagged me as a potential COVID case. Got placed in quarantine by nurses dressed up for Chernobyl, treated for my fever and tested for the virus. Speaking of the test, never again do I want those long ass swabs shoved down my throat again. It was so damn deep it practically touched my brain. Doctor conducted a thorough checkup. I winced when said doctor pressed on my stomach. Doctor narrowed her eyes and asked what the color of my poop was. I said kinda dark, but, you know, not outer space dark. To set him before proceeding to spread my ass cheeks and jam her lubricated finger into my anus. For the record, that finger was thick as fuck and it happened to be the first time ever something penetrated me down there. Got discharged with a laundry list of prescribed medications and advised to self-isolate until I receive my test results. As of today, the thought of fapping has become nothing more than a source of nightmare fuel, and the feeling of being finger-fucked in the beehole is yet to disappear. TL Dr. Fapping triggered my body to self-destruct. Now I might be positive for the virus while having a phantom finger stirring the inside of my asshole, as well as World War II level flashbacks every time I wanna bust a nut. That roommate will forever have a story that can one-up everyone else's. What a lad. Like that roommate. Today I fucked up. I was masturbating to my roommate in the shower when suddenly he starts dying. Reading the too long didn't read, first is not recommended, triggers so many questions, you have to read the whole thing anyways. And I thought someone almost walking in on me was bad. Jesus. If you'd come from the butthole surprise, it'd be kind of mission accomplished, just in a very roundabout way. I was not expecting this. Sounded like a porno for a bit there. Good thing I didn't add the part when my roommate said I should shower with the door open from now on, in case anything happens. Which just leaves her dad still watching TV. Long-time Reddit reader, first time making an account because I am currently stuck in my girlfriend's room while she and her family are having dinner downstairs. I haven't eaten since morning nor showered and I need to take a shit. Backstory to this morning, since the lockdown for COVID-19 happened, I haven't seen my girlfriend for over a month plus. Our government recently relaxed the quarantine so we are allowed to go out but not loiter. Woke up to my girlfriend's call around 11 AM saying that her parents went out to get something. I thought okay, I'll come over, return her a camera I borrowed and maybe we can sit in my car around her neighborhood and hang out a while. It was a little rushed as her parents just left her house as I left mine. I'm about 20 minutes away from her place. She assured me her parents will be out for at least 1.5 hours as they need to get lunch. I drove as fast as I could and picked her up from the front of the house and we drove to park nearby to hang out. After a couple of minutes, I asked if she brought some water as I asked her about it before I came and she said no. She said why don't you come in and take some water since her parents will still be far away. I said yes, obviously, and went in, drank water and we sat on the couch for a while to cuddle. I was a little paranoid but I haven't seen her in a long time so I needed it. About 10 minutes, we hear a car outside her house and that's how today I fucked up. It was her parents. They were only out for 40 minutes. FML we panicked. Luckily I parked away from her house and took my slippers in. I contemplated just owning up and lying that I needed to use the toilet but her mom is really difficult. She would assume my girlfriend was lying and get her trouble and I haven't even met her parents officially as her boyfriend yet. If you are from an Asian family or have heard of Asian parents being strict about relationships, it's true. We both ran up to her room and I hid behind her door. Mind you, her room is really small. It's about the size of 2 single beds. Can't hide under the bed as she has to keep her door open and you can see straight under her bed from the stairs. The only place possible is behind her door. I stood there frozen AF as she went down to greet her parents. Could hear them coming in as I hugged the wall as tightly as I could. She came back up freaking out but I said it's okay. Let's just try formulate a plan. She said okay and she went down to eat with them first. Which I had then had to stay as silent as possible with no fan or air conditioning so I sweated my ass off. 1 PM-ish. She comes back up and we try to listen whether her parents are coming up or not. They usually sit downstairs after lunch and nap. which they did. Gave me a little bit of relief as I could sit down in the floor. Space in between the door and her table is super tiny, which is uncomfortable, but I'm not complaining. 2 p.m. Her dad comes up to shower and her door is right next to the bath area. Fuck, I can hear the water rushing. But good news, my girlfriend is in the room doing her work so she can look out. It's weird as I'm just standing up behind the door and looking at her look back at me. After his shower, her dad leaves to go to his store, which leaves her mom downstairs. She gets on a long phone call, which gives me a bit of room to relax. My girlfriend and I make out a bit to calm our nerves, and I gotta say it did help. For the next 3 hours, her mom stays downstairs and we try to formulate a plan, but everything involves the timing of her parents, which is impossible. Can't jump out the window cause it's grilled and she doesn't have the key. Around 5:30 p.m.-ish, her dad comes home and almost fucking comes into her room. He asks her to print something and she quickly walks to her door to stop him from coming in. I hear his voice right outside the door. Thankfully he walks away and goes down to watch TV. And I swear to God the universe wants us to suffer, because right after that her mom comes upstairs and hangs about the common area. My girls had recorded a Zoom meeting, so she tells her mom she has a meeting and plays it, and closing the door, giving my legs much needed rest, and I sit. 7 p.m. Her mom calls her from downstairs that it's time to eat. And that's where we are at now. It's currently 9 p.m. at this sentence and I can hear her family talking to each other. She has to turn off the lights and fan and air conditioning, so I'm freaking drenched in my sweat in the dark. I'm sitting down, but I've got pins and needles in my feet now. I would stand up, but because the area is so tight, I don't want to risk any noise. Oh, remember how I haven't eaten and need to shit? That's attacking now. My stomach is growling and I'm making fart noises. I'm so scared to be caught cause my parents are gonna slaughter me too. My girlfriend and I will discuss our plans for me to escape when she comes up. Update 1. They are done with dinner. My girlfriend brought me some water and biscuits, but I don't have the appetite to eat. Don't want to drink too much as I would risk needing to go to the toilet. She went back to do the dishes. Update 2. It's 9 p.m. and my girlfriend is in her room. She told her family she is playing Animal Crossing with her friends, so hopefully her parents don't barge it. We're gonna formulate a plan for me to escape now. I can finally stretch my legs. Update 3. We have a plan. 9:30 p.m. We're going to wait for their parents to head up to their room. She's going to check if their door is closed and where they are looking at it. She'll bring me downstairs and I'll hide in the storeroom. She'll then go and tell her parents she's taking photos of the night, and no worry if the door alarm rings, cause they have an alarm system in place. She'll unlock the main door, the outside small gate, and leave it open for a bit, gated and guarded area, so it's pretty safe. She'll go check on her parents as they like to look at what she is doing from their room. Once she's confirmed they are not looking, she'll get me from the storeroom. I'll go all the way out and hide behind a pillar in front of her house. She'll lock everything and go back up and check her parents are not looking out, and I'll walk to my car, so I don't startle her dog. Sounds pretty legit as she knows her parents schedule the best. Update 4, 9:41 p.m. Showed my girlfriend this post and we're reading the comments. Really means a lot to us that everyone is supportive. Makes the nerves less frightening. We're hugging it out and playing Animal Crossing till her parents go to sleep at around 11. Update 5, I'm still here and it's around 10:30. My time zone is GMT +8 for those who are still invested. We're just preparing for when her parents go to bed, so we're trying to calm our nerves. Update 6, it's 11 but her parents are not sleeping. For some strange reason her mom decided to bake at like 10:30. Starting to think they suspect something. Update 7: shit yes. My GF just went to down and her mom is done baking and says she is going to sleep soon. She just leaves her dad still watching TV. I'm almost out, I can feel the wind already. Just can't get too trigger happy and jump the gun. Update 8, FFFK. Her mom just walked past her room, heading into her own room. Her dad also getting ready to sleep. Shit is about to happen guys. Phase 1 of our plan is about to commence. Update 9, damn, her mom went to bed but her dad is still watching TV. It's like 11:30 p.m. and he is still watching? At least her mom is in her room, so that is good. Update 10, okay, plan is in action. Her dad is now in their room and she is moving my stuff downstairs to the storeroom. I'll update once I'm inside. Update 11, took my last sip of water and went down to the storeroom. Phase 1 complete. Her dad is showering, her parents' door is closed. Now for the front door and gate. Up to 12, GF opening the door and the gate. I have to wait for her. 13, slight change, I went out the door together with her. The dog isn't barking, so that's good. She has to open the gate. 14, out the gate. Bending down, waiting for her text me. 15, she's taking some photos to sell the story. Better not rush it. Her dog is getting very close to me and sniffing me. Thought the gate. Oh god, please don't bark. Final update. Fucking hell guys. Made it. I just started the engine and my heart is pounding. I'm safe and sound. Time to go home. Got out 11:53. Post clarification, it's 12:15 AM. I'm home sipping a hot cup of Milo and laughing with my girlfriend about the entire day. We just wanna thank everyone that supported us and this shitty situation we put ourselves in. The nerves were real and seeing how everyone wanted the best for us really helped us push through this emotionally. Wanted to clarify a few things for quite a number of questions. 1. A lot of people were saying this story is a fake, similar to other stuck in underscore room with family in house. Unfortunately, Asian people go through similar things and this is no exception. The strict family and rebellious child scenario. Same coin, different sides. 2. A few people mentioned how this is similar to another post a year ago, and truth is, I was inspired by that post to share this story. It was a very emotionally troubling time for both of us, and after reading the mentioned post and seeing how supportive everyone was and how it made the op feel much better, I thought it would a good idea for my girlfriend and I to do the same. And it did. It honestly helped us feel like we could make this work. I'm really sorry I can't prove it happened, but this was real to the both of us and that's more important. 3. We own up to this mistake and that's why it's on today. I fucked up. We fucked up big time and have only ourselves to blame. But we survived it, learned never to repeat it again. And 4. Situation happened in Malaysia. It's a very hot and humid country, so it's very common for people to shower more than once or twice a day and sometimes before we sleep. 5. We're Chinese. 6. This is the most amusing part and I'm glad everyone was worried about it. Yes, I did take a shit after I ate. It was brutal. Constipation due to the lack of water. Not only were my legs shaking, my asshole hurt too. Not fun. 7. 4 PM, next day, oh god. This is still going on in the comments, but I wanted to add something after my GF went through the comments. To those who opened up about similar stories about hiding or having strict parents, i.e., no friends over or always under watch, it really meant a lot to her that there are other people who go through the same thing as her, and I would like to thank you for sharing. She always felt like the odd one out of her friends, not being able to go out, tight rules etc, and it's good to know she isn't the only one. Some people don't understand this and that's fine. Everyone grows up in different scenarios. It's not that she doesn't love her parents less, it just sucks to be in her situation. I wish I could give her more credit for what happened last night. She risked so much just for us to see each other. Thank you again for investing your time in this. Didn't expect it to blow up like this, but you guys helped us a lot. Time to sleep now. Good night everyone. Doctor came over to my girlfriend's house to see her and her parents suddenly came home and now I am hiding in her room as her family is eating downstairs. Asian Invasion, Boyfriend Edition. I'm here, what's up? This is a hell of a read. All the best, soldier. Things are shaping out to be good. We've survived this long, we'll make it through. Can we talk about how you should not lock your child's window without at least providing them with the key? They're going to regret that decision if there is ever a fire in their home, because the likelihood of surviving before the fire department can pull the bars is pretty low. If anyone else on Reddit does this, fucking don't. Honestly, I find the level of control they have over their daughter kinda creepy. Bro, how is your phone not dead? Using her MacBook charger to charge my phone. Wow, this the third time I've seen a post about hiding from Unso's Asian parents. Good luck, hop. I'm a Korean dude and this shit is sort of a rite of passage when dating Asian chicks. If you get caught, it is way less about you getting in trouble than her getting a lifetime lockdown.